Hello, this is Paige Cooke, and my partner is Jessica Braccili. And our topic for this video lecture is Art of the Great Depression, or visual arts, but more specifically paintings. And the three artists we're going to focus on today are Grant Wood, Edward Hooper, and Thomas Hart Benton. The main purpose of this video lecture is to show how the artists of the Great Depression were really able to make artwork that the people of that time period could relate to, and artwork that we in this time period can learn from. This is a painting by Thomas Hart Benton. He was born on April 15th, 1889, and he died January 19th, 1975. This painting was actually painted before the Great Depression, and it was part of a 10-piece mural called America Today. The reason we put this painting in the slide is to show how before the Great Depression, America was prosperous and people had jobs and they were working, as you can tell in the painting. This is The Approaching Storm, also by Thomas Hart Benton. This was painted in 1938, so towards the end of the Great Depression. And as you can see, the painting is black and gray and just a little bit of white, so it's basically dark and kind of sad. And it looks like it could have once been a good place to live, beautiful, green and plants and more life other than just these two animals and this man. And there's dark clouds over top, which dark clouds symbolize obviously darkness, but sadness, and I think that's really expressed in this painting. This is a painting by Edward Hooper called Early Sunday Morning. This was painted in 1930, so the beginning of the Great Depression. And in this painting, it's small businesses that are closed down. And above the small businesses are apartments, and it doesn't appear like anyone's in the apartments. This painting was inspired by 7th Avenue in New York City. Edward Hooper was actually from New York, and he died in New York, so a lot of his work was inspired by New York. This is another painting by Thomas Hart Benton. It was painted in 1934, and the title comes from a legislation passed in 1933 as part of Roosevelt's New Deal, and this legislation raised farm prices by cutting back on the production of goods the farmers would make. And the farmers had already planted their spring crops, so the government paid for millions of acres of cotton to be plowed under. This is the very popular painting by Grant Wood called American Gothic, and it's representing Midwestern traditions and cultures in a positive way, and it's a positive statement about rural America, and these people represent survivors, how their little world is still intact, and this painting is reassuring for other people alive in the Great Depression because it gives them hope that they could be like these people.